it's Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. So today we are continuing in this affirmations series, and today I'd really like to talk to you about tips for writing your affirmations. Before we get started, if you haven't already seen the previous video, I will have it linked either here or in the description box below. Be sure to go and check it out. It will help you for your affirmations. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. Alright, so today we are talking about tips for writing your own affirmations. Now, I will start again by saying affirmations work, but they do work with actions. You have to put actions to what it is you are saying. Without acting on them, nothing will happen. They will not work. So you really have to align them with your actions as well. Okay, so the first thing I do when I want to write my affirmations is I really look at what is it I want to achieve. What is it I am aiming for? And I really want to make sure as well that those affirmations will also deal with any limiting beliefs, any thoughts that are negative, as well as any fears. So I'm really thinking about the goal right from the beginning. And once I know that, I move on to step 2, which is really establishing, in my case, what the word says about it. What does scripture actually say about this situation? My affirmations are primarily based on scripture, and the reason for that is that I really believe when the word says this word is alive and active, and that God is watching over his word to perform it. So I believe that, look, as I'm speaking this, as I'm speaking his promises, they're really backed by him. So that's why I like to make my affirmations scripture based. As long as I know that I've found the promise, then I know that it is being backed by him. And also I know that, look, I am aligned to his will, really, because that's something that's really important. I don't want to just be transforming my life, changing my life into something that is not necessarily his will for me. So that's why it's absolutely crucial for me to go back into the promises. So I've figured out what it is I want to achieve, and I've gone to search for the promise, and then I use the promise to write that affirmation. The third thing I do as I'm writing that affirmation is really making sure that I keep it as short as I possibly can, because the longer it is, the harder it is to learn, and it really makes it a chore to keep saying it. So I really try and make it short and to the point. If they're short and to the point, you're more likely to use them more frequently. You don't need too many. In fact, the fewer the better, and you really just want them to be specific and to the point. And like I said in the previous point, you need them to be short. A key thing in your affirmation writing is the position from which you are affirming. So always use the present tense, don't use the future tense. Always use the present tense. Why? Because that can really be the difference between you seeing your breakthrough and not. Because faith is now. You don't put whatever you're trying to achieve at arm's length. You don't put it far out there. You need to really put it in your present, in your current, so that you begin to see that. I know the fact that you are not physically seeing it may make you think, no, I should be saying I will. But what you really want to do is bring it into the present. Like I'm saying, faith is now. Faith isn't tomorrow. Faith is now, or it's not another time. It is now. And that's why you really want to make your affirmations in the present tense. So instead of saying, I will be confident, you say, I am confident. And then of course you put your actions to that, and you do whatever else you need to do to build your confidence. But when you speak of yourself, you say, I am confident, or I can do all things. Okay, finally, really try and keep your affirmations positive. No, keep your affirmations positive. Why? Because you really want to make sure that you shift your affirmations, your thinking from what you're currently seeing to what it is you want to see. So if you say, I am not afraid, you're still focused on fear. You're still focused on being afraid. But if you say, I am courageous, you are focused on courage. You are focused on something that you do want to see as opposed to something that you don't want to see. What you don't want to see is the fear. What you don't want to see is timidity. What you don't want to see is the negative. So don't focus on that, and don't make your affirmations focus on that. You need to focus on what it is you want to see. I am courageous. I am brave. I have the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. So your focus there is on what you want to see. Now, another thing is, if you really think about it, when you say, I am not afraid, well, what does that actually mean? What does it mean to not be afraid? It's almost like saying, I am not barren. Well, what does it look like to not be barren? So instead of saying that, you can change that affirmation and say, I have children. Or you can change that, your affirmation on fear, and say, I am brave. And you know what brave looks like. You know what courageous looks like in your circumstances, in your situation. Okay, so in the next video, I will be talking about how to make affirmations work for you. I really hope you found this video helpful. I'd like to hear more from you about any tips that you use for making your own affirmations and how you really make them effective for yourself. And if you're enjoying this video series, don't forget to subscribe and do like, comment, and share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. Thank you so much for watching.